back to our VM Financial Education to Empower 2020 recap. So far, we have brought you highlights from Meet the Experts and Making Sense. Now let's look at Financial Fridays. I am Sophia Lewis.
I want you to pre this, right? And when I say pre, I'm talking about one, prioritize. In a situation where everybody is scared and uncertain, it's a good time to stop, take a step back, and really prioritize. Look at what are the things that are most important to you, right? These things are going to include issues related to your health. It's going to be related to the security of your family. If you have children, you know, there's the education of your children right now. I know PEP is coming up, and I know a number of parents are concerned with the children being home and their education. And there, of course, their general health. And whatever it is that's going to be important to you right now, it is important, for one, that you identify and write them down. Because it's important, once you have identified them, making a plan of action on how you're going to secure them and protect them. That's one. Two, in light of this, once you have prioritized, you're going to have to reorganize a number of things related to your expenses, how you spend money, because with the changes that are happening, income for many persons, and maybe in your case, your income may be impacted. So you now have to reorganize how you're spending, how you're expending funds to see where can I cut back in some areas, redirect in some other areas in order to be able to maintain the impact that the COVID is going to be having on your individual finances. Now, what are some of the areas that would be our major expenses for persons? One, food. Children are home, you are home, you may be in quarantine or isolation, you're reading and yamming down the place, or more so your children. What's important is to establish now some guidelines as to how you're going to be consuming, right? I can tell you, in my household, we have determined, and with the children, we're having these 3 meals per day. We're not going to be snacking in between, or if there's going to be a snack, you identify it up front, but there's not going to be any random just yamming, eating down the place. Things like that you can do to help to control. And you need to now pay closer attention at what you're buying and what you're spending on in terms of your groceries. It's good that many of us can be home to cook, because you may be able to save some money there instead of the monies that you may have been discretionary spending on eating out, right? So reorganizing some of those expenses. There may be other expenses that you may have had. There you may be spending money on a number of different things that right now you may not be using or may not be important to you. You can redivert some of those monies to the things that are important to you.
Though estate planning is intended to answer the question of what happens after you've gone, it is something that you need to contend with while you are here. There are some steps that you can take while you're alive to ensure that your family, your loved ones, do not have the hassle of answering difficult questions after you've passed. If you do not have a will, it's very important for you to take that first step. Make a list of all the assets that you have, any debts that you have, how you would like those debts to be paid, and what you would like to happen to the assets after your debts have been paid and you have gone. Having insurance in place is an important way that you can provide for your loved ones in the event of your death, as is having a pension and designating a beneficiary of your pension. If you have bank accounts, it's very important for you to ensure that there is at least one other person named on that bank account, so that there is no hassle with determining what happens to that money in the event of your death. That is a simple way, a simple form of estate planning that you can do simply by walking into your bank and making those arrangements. Adding at least one other person to your bank accounts is a way that you can make provision for what is to happen to the proceeds of that account in the event of your death. It doesn't take much work. It's very simple. Just go into your bank, and have the addition done.
And that's how we end our VM Financial Education to Empower 2020 recap. Thank you so much for watching. In 2021, stay tuned to all the wonderful financial resources coming your way from the Victoria Mutual Group. We are here to help you achieve your financial goals no matter what stage you are in life. I am Sophia Lewis.